Audio is hot. And I'm recording. You're good to go.
All right. All right. Welcome, everyone, inside the Virtual Media Center here at the LPGA Drive On Championship. Just a reminder, if you are on the Zoom call, to please keep yourself muted. And then when it is time to open it up to questions, I will be sure to call on you if you let me know that you have a question utilizing the chat function. But I think we've waited far long enough. Congratulations, McDonald. What are some of your immediate thoughts right now as you sit here, you sit with the trophy beside you?
Relieved, I think I can say is the number one word. It just feels like a long time coming, kind of knowing that I feel like I've had the potential to win out here, but it's been 4 years, and I've just kind of stayed patient, knowing that the work that I put in every single day is hopefully going to yield that win. But as I said in another interview, it's really hard to win out here, so I'm just super thankful and grateful that I was able to get the win today.
Let's take a look at this final round. You had that birdie on number 4, was the first one of the day. I know you were playing alongside Danielle Kang and Bianca Pagdananen. What did it mean to come away with that birdie there on number 4?
It was a good kind of settler. I felt like I started fine, a little bit more steady than I did yesterday. So to roll that birdie in was a good feeling to kind of gain a little bit of momentum going into the rest of the day.
I was going to say the momentum certainly was there on numbers 10, 11, and 12. You had a 15-footer and I believe a 35-foot putt, 35-foot putt that I saw there. How important was it to just keep calm and keep your patience during those couple of birdie chances?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't hit that great of a shot on 11. I feel like I had executed my game plan, but we didn't carry it far enough for it to take that slope down. But that was definitely not a putt that I was looking to make. It was just kind of one that I was trying to nestle down to the hole, but executed great speed, great line, and just so happened to go in.
As you were gaining momentum as well, Danielle Kang started birdieing a couple chances there. I know you said out on the green that it kind of felt like match play, that it was, you had to stick it, you had to make it. Solheim Cup is the first thing I think of in your experience last year. That certainly creep into the back of your mind?
It did, as far as a little bit of pressure. Just that's probably one of the most pressure-packed moments that I've ever been a part of. And then, Danielle is obviously one of the best players in the world. I knew she was not going to just hand it over. And I obviously didn't really keep an eye on leaderboards or anything all day to know if anyone had posted or anything like that. So after I hit my tee shot on 18, I did ask Dan, my caddy, where we stood, kind of what we needed, and as I kind of expected, that Danielle was the one that I needed to keep an eye on. So it was really settling that all I needed to do was kind of lay up, but then she almost made the eagle, which you kind of expect, like you say, with match play. So it was great battling it out on the golf course. I know everyone played their best today, so that it was fun playing alongside her for sure.
I was going to say, going back to number 17, you did have that unfortunate bogey there. What was going through your mind as you walked to the 18th tee?
I didn't really panic, just because I thought I'd hit a really good putt. Honestly, on my first putt, it just carried a little bit too much speed and kind of power lipped out. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't really know where I stood, but I thought I might have had a couple clear. I just went back to my game plan with executing my routine and sticking with one shot at a time, being in that present moment.
You get to 18, we just talked about it. Danielle had that eagle look there for that split second. What were some of the emotions you had in the back of your mind?
I knew she was going to hit a great shot, and it almost went in, obviously. But in that situation, I still had a great look for birdie, so I wasn't necessarily, you can tell yourself all day that you expect the other person to make it, but when they actually get that close, you're like, whoa. But it was a great shot, a great birdie by her on the last hole.
I know, as we were talking on the green, it was very emotional once those final putts went in. What was it like for you just to see those putts go in and realize, then let it sink in, that you are now a winner on the LPGA Tour?
Just a huge sigh of relief. It's very fulfilling for me to finally get that victory. I won't say over the hump or anything like that because it's really hard to win out here. So I'm just going to continue working really hard and try to even get number 2 after this one. But I'll definitely just soak this in, and I'm just really grateful and blessed that I play on the LPGA Tour and able to do what I love to do every single day. And yeah, I'm just going to continue to soak it in and just enjoy this.
You had your parents here following along with you this weekend. It's the first time in a long time since you've been playing that they've been able to follow you. How much more does it mean to you to know that you won with your parents watching you?
It means the world to me, obviously, that they're here. This is the closest golf tournament that we have, and as commish just added it to our schedule with COVID obviously happening and canceling some events, but having them here was just amazing, and to be able to share this with them and them being such huge supporters of me, and since I was young, and them taking me to golf tournaments and reminding me to do my drills and telling me that I need to act better on the golf course, just all those things, just all just coming around, and then being here to savor this moment with me, it just means so much.
Would you say that this is the best birthday present you've ever received?
Probably so. Yeah, I would put it pretty high up there.
All right. With that, we will open it up for questions. Again, if you do have a question, be sure to utilize the chat function to let me know, and we will call on you. First up, we have Steve. Steve, if you'd like to unmute yourself. Oh, just a second, Steve. We can't hear you. We're making it work.
Is he muted?
Nope, he's unmuted. Just a little bit of technical difficulties, but here we go. I believe, Steve, if you'd like to test out your mic for us.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
There
can.
go.
Great. We talked yesterday, Allie, about finding comfort in being uncomfortable. How did you do that today?
I just remained super patient, took some deep breaths, one shot at a time type of mentality, and I just tried to enjoy my walk and appreciate the beauty of this golf course and the beauty of God's creation, honestly. So, yeah, I just stayed very patient with myself, and I was super happy that I was able to get it done.
And there were a couple of times during the round where it really could have gone sideways. You had the 2-shot swing at 13, and then Danielle comes back and makes the birdie at 14. And it looked as though you never panicked during any of that. What was going on mentally and emotionally that allowed you to work through those times?
Well, I can tell you that we could probably look at my Whoop, and it would show a significant heart rate rise. So I definitely was, I wouldn't say thrown off, but I kind of had to resettle myself after holes 13 and 14 and just kind of pump the brakes and not get ahead of myself. Only control what I can control. And that was just executing shots coming in, which after 14, I was really able to calm my heart rate. And then just kind of mentally be able to put a little bit more focus in there to finish out the round.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Up next, Keely Levins, if you'd like to unmute yourself.
Hey, Allie, congratulations.
Hey, Keely, thank you.
The pressure today must have been kind of unlike anything that you've experienced in your career to date. I was wondering if there were any moments that you were pulling from in the past to kind of like help you through. I imagine Solheim Cup may have been the second most pressureful experience in your career.
Yeah, I would definitely say as far as, people watching, just most stressful pressure situation, that's definitely something that I leaned on, especially as I was noting as some match play kind of mentality when you just expect your opponent and who you're playing against to make putts and to execute those shots. So I tried to stay in my routine, and because it would have obviously been very easy to get distracted and kind of thrown off when you see Danielle make birdies on 13 and 14, and I had just made bogey on 13. So I was just able to really stay in the moment, and I also just leaned on what I had done the entire week, and that was make putts and execute shots and drive the ball really well. So I didn't really have to look too far back. It's just a couple of bad holes or a couple of great holes in Danielle's favor, and just lean on what I'd been doing all week.
That makes sense. Why do you think this was the week that you broke through?
Well, I was given some great advice, and she told me that God already knows the outcome, so just go play. So it was, in terms of things already happening, regardless of whether I played my best today, I could have come out and still lost. So just knowing that it's completely out of my control, I was just going to go execute my game plan and know that the outcome's going to be the outcome, and just kind of trust in my process and trust in my faith.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Keely. Beth Ann, if you'd like to unmute yourself, please.
Hey, congratulations, Allie.
Thanks,
Well
Beth
done.
Ann.
I got a couple. First of all, who gave you that great advice?
Angela Stanford.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then have you eaten any of that cake yet your mom brought? Did you have a celebration?
I did. I actually probably had even a small piece last night too. So I have had a couple of pieces since we cut it. So don't tell my doctor.
All right. I'm wondering your husband, obviously a golfer himself, been through the trenches. Any advice that he has given you this week that has been helpful?
Yeah, he's just been a huge advocate since we started dating, and he joked that he would never date a golfer, and now here we are married. But he just being alongside me since we were dating, and he's seen my golf game. He has just constantly told me how great I am, and just tried to get me to believe that even more than I already did. And this week, just reinforcing that, telling me that what I have is good enough, that I don't have to be more, but also just acknowledging that I'm in a pressure situation and that eyes are on me. If I were to try to just neglect and say, oh, people aren't watching, or oh, this isn't really that much pressure, then it would probably be even more of a struggle for me. So he just really, talked through things with me, and just had me acknowledge and embrace the opportunity.
And I have one more, just because you seem kind of hesitant to say this is absolutely the best birthday present you've ever had. What is rivaling this?
Okay, it's the best birthday present ever.
All right. I was just checking. Thank you.
Thanks, Beth Ann.
Thank you, Beth Ann. Stan, I know you have a question. If you would like to unmute yourself, you certainly may.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, you've got a new house. What are you going to do with the trophy?
We'll have to make a really good spot for it near the deer, and I don't know. We'll have to find a really good place. It's not going all the way back in the man cave, that's for sure. We'll have to find a good place to display it.
All right. Thank you, Stan. Up next, we do have Allie Palma from the Symmetra Tour. Allie, if you'd like to unmute yourself.
Hi, Allie. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
So this week has been pretty special at Drive On, celebrating all different parts of the LPGA entity and family, and you were able to compete with the Symmetra Tour, and you're a 2016 grad. We're coming to the last few weeks here. What kind of advice do you have for the members out here competing?
That's a good question. I would just say that to work really hard. Obviously, everybody that's playing professional golf knows that it takes a lot to play out here and compete with the best in the world. But I would just remind everyone to just to stay patient. I know with Symmetra Tour, it's so much of a grind because everybody really wants to get to the LPGA Tour. So everybody that's finishing out the year, stay patient. Know that everything is going to be okay. Take a deep breath, but go execute your game plan, and you never know, you might win.
Thank you so much, and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you, Allie. If you have any more questions for Allie, the other Allie, I know Beth Ann has another one. Beth Ann, if you'd like to unmute yourself.
I couldn't let the deer thing go. Who shot the deer? Tell me about the deer.
Okay, Charlie's a really big hunter, so goes all the way back in his family. So that's fully his thing. So I don't know. Eventually, we might get one of mine to put on the wall, but we'll see.
Okay, so that's his trophy.
That's his. That's his.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Beth Ann. As we begin to wrap up here, it's been about an hour since you've been able to sink that final putt. And as you walked in here, you got to sit down, check your phone. How many messages did you have? And how cool of a feeling is it to know that many people are reaching out?
Well, it's super special. I think I had about 105-ish roughly when I looked a second ago. So that just goes to show how many people have just been a part of so many things in my life and have just contributed to wishing me luck. Just friends, family, people out here on tour. Obviously, some great friends that I've been able to get playing on the LPGA tour. So it means a lot. I'm gonna try to get back to everyone, obviously, but yeah, it's pretty special.
And now we've got a 3-week break before our next event in Tampa. What are some of the things you think you're going to do, especially to celebrate not only a victory, but be able to keep those competitive juices flowing into the next event?
Yeah, I'll get some rest. These last few days were unlike anything I've experienced, so I know it's going to be important for me to get some rest. I'll get to go see my grandparents tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. So I'll see them, and then I'll get some good rest, and obviously keep the game sharp, try to work with my coaches, and my husband will be in town after they finish their golf tournament on Tuesday in Nashville, so we'll be rooting on the Bulldogs these next few days. And then we'll get to spend some time together with family and some friends, and yeah, I'll just get to soak it in and enjoy it with some people, and then be ready to go in Tampa.
All right. With that, thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you, Allie, and congratulations.
Thanks, Megan.
Second.